Hey everyone, it's Andre from the Townhouse team here. Welcome back to your video market update just for townhouses here in the city of Barrie. Now we are officially into the spring real estate market. The snow has all melted with all the rain that we've had. We have some really nice weather coming soon. In the entire month of March, we saw 42 new townhouse properties come onto the market, new listings, and we saw 21 townhouse properties go sold firm and leave the market. We weren't able to do an update from March 1st to the 15th, so this one is going to be a little bit of a combination of both, so let's get into it. For this report, we are just going to go over the sold townhouse properties in the last 2-week period, or else I would be listing numbers and bore you to sleep here, but we saw a lot of new inventory come onto the market in March. The lowest priced newest listing came onto the market at $579,000, and the highest priced new listing came on at $949,000. Both these properties are still available. The highest priced listing is a new build that is set to be completed in fall 2023. I'll include some renderings of how it's supposed to look like. It's a luxury townhouse, and it's the ones that are right behind the GO train. So you do have the GO train right at your doorstep, which could be a plus or a minus depending on who's looking to purchase it, but you do have lakefront views, hence the very high list price for this property, and we will have to see what this ends up selling for as it is still on the market. Between March 15th to March 31st, 2023, we saw 9 townhouse properties go sold firm and leave the market. The first property came onto the market at $575,000 and sold for $560,000, being on the market for 24 days. This was a row unit townhouse. The second one sold for $590,000. The third one sold for $617,500. The fourth property sold for $632,000. All 4 of these were row unit townhouses. The other property was listed for $645,000, sold for $640,000 after being on the market for 10 days. That was an end unit. $665,000, $690,000, $690,000, and finally the 9th property came onto the market at $730,000 and sold for $712,500. The final 3 properties, the ones that sold for $690,000, $690,000, and just over $7,000, were new build townhouses. We're seeing a lot of that inventory come on. Investors that might have purchased a few years ago are now deciding to list their property because mortgage rates have gone up or whatever it might be. We are seeing a lot of the inventory, and because it is a new build townhouse, it's less than 2 or 3 years old. As modern finishes, they are fetching a higher sale price. We saw 2 listings sold for over asking price this week. Now, one of them was grossly underlisted. If you list anything for $499,000, that's freehold in the city of Barrie, you're going to get multiple offers. But the other property was listed at market value, but ended up getting and selling for over asking price. We've seen multiples happen here and there for townhouse properties, detached homes as well. When they're not grossly underlisted, if you list anything again at $499,000, you will get multiples, but then that range of what it might sell for is really up for debate. How much will a buyer be willing to pay over asking price to get this property, and what is realistic to what that property would have been worth if you didn't price it at $499,000? But we're seeing that here and there. It might continue to pick up as we approach the spring market, and that's going to depend a lot on what the media starts saying about the real estate market once we hit the springtime, as well as buyer confidence and consumer confidence in the market. As of April 5th, 2023, there are 17 active freehold townhouses on the market and for sale for a buyer to choose from. Now, that number is lower compared to the previous reporting period. It was at 25, so the fact that we are under 20 townhouses for sale, that is very low inventory. There's very likely more buyers looking for townhouses than ones currently available, and that narrows down compared to what buyers are looking for, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, different things like that. But we're just approaching the springtime, so those buyers might still be waiting, might still be shopping around without being fully ready to put in and write an offer. The average list price this week is up to $684,500. The average close price is $679,500. List to sale difference is 99.90%, and the average days on market is hovering around 15. Now, as mentioned, we have a lot of new build inventory coming to the market, so that skews the results just a little bit for average townhouses. If you're watching this and you have a new build townhouse, you're probably around that $700,000 range, but if you remove those new build sales and new build listings that have come onto the market, we get more realistic numbers for townhouses that have been built and are 10, 15, 20, 25 years old here in the city of Barrie. So for the average 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom townhouse with around 1,300 square feet, your average list price is coming to $636,307, close price of $639,750, list to sale difference of 101.55%, with an average days on market being 18, and the average price per square foot being from $492 to $500 a square foot. Continuing with the conversation of new builds, the lowest sale price this week was $590,000 for a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1,464 square feet row unit townhouse with an unfinished basement located in the Holly neighborhood, and they were on the market for 3 days. Holly is a very desirable neighborhood, and the price per square foot that this townhouse sold for was $403. On the other hand, the new build that was sold for $765,000. It was also a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, a little bigger at 1,500 square feet. It was also a row unit with an unfinished basement, also located in the Holly neighborhood. These properties were about 10 minutes away from each other, if not a little less. They were on the market for 7 days, and they sold for an average of $510 per square foot. But it just goes to show how much a buyer is willing to pay for something new, for something shiny, when it comes to new development versus resale properties that townhouse properties that we're seeing come onto the market. Overall, we saw continued activity for sales and new listings in this reporting period, and a slight price bump compared to January and February 2023. The question is, what are the next few weeks or months going to look like? Because we've seen multiple offers happening here and there, but the real estate market is in a position where, with technology and media, it could shift pretty quickly, and we could very easily go back into a competitive market or a small frenzy where there are bidding wars happening left, right, and center, like we saw in 2021 and 2022. It could also very drastically switch back into a buyer's market where we're not seeing anything move if a ton of inventory comes to the market. The next question with that is, if we did hit a little bit of a frenzy, if we saw bidding wars come back, if we saw prices start going up faster than expected to what we were all forecasting, will the Bank of Canada decide to raise interest rates again? Because we've spoken and we've heard a lot of mortgage brokers say that another quarter rate hike is not out of the realm of reality. It could potentially happen, and depending on what the real estate market does, that will directly affect what the Bank of Canada chooses to do by whether they're going to wait and not raise interest rates anymore for the remainder of the year, or if we're going to see another one. And if we do see another one, we've seen how drastically that could affect the real estate market. But rest assured, we'll be here to keep you updated on exactly what's going on. If you've thought about buying, selling, or investing in the townhouse market here in Barrie, think Townhouse team, feel free to reach out. We'd love to answer any questions that you might have about the townhouse market here in Barrie. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.